Let's get this party started. All right, warm weather and rain, it is the perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes, and we're all concerned about the Zika virus as it continues to grow. Health officials are warning everyone to protect themselves as best they can. So Steve Moore, otherwise known as Mosquito Steve, is here this morning along with Greg Fields once again. Good to have you. So let's start off, Mosquito Steve, by talking about the Zika virus. What's new? We've heard a lot of different reports. What can you tell us?
Well, there's actually some stuff that hasn't been generally reported, like the Culex mosquito actually carries Zika virus. The Culex is that was our problem mosquito with West Nile virus. So it's been reported with Zika virus. So that means that the mosquitoes can go up north, that the disease will spread up north.
And Greg, what about the mosquitoes in terms of the weather?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask about. It's been very warm, a lot of rain. Does that make the mosquitoes worse, or does it help, or what?
It's perfect weather. It's like mosquito soup. It really is. No. The wetness is what really matters.
Yeah.
A lot of times we'll have a great, a calm winter, but if it's not wet enough, then the mosquitoes won't breed.
And what about the standing water? Because we have the puddles all around and around the house and stuff. So how long does it take for the mosquitoes to breed in that kind of an environment?
Well, so now the gestation period for mosquitoes is about 5 days. Because of the drought, it actually sped up. It used to be a lot longer, but puddles don't stick around that long, so it sped up. That's how quickly they adapt, and that's the problem with the mosquito. Every time we hit it with something, it adapts and changes and becomes resistant.
One of the many scary parts about mosquitoes.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of the other diseases that they can carry.
Okay, well, there's West Nile virus, of course, and I actually heard Clay Jenkins and Zach Thompson talking about that they believe that West Nile virus is still going to be our #1 disease this year, and so there is a very good chance that we're going to see a bump up in that because it's cyclical. So it's kind of been calm numbers for a while, so it's very possible that'll pick up again this year. So and then you got chikungunya and encephalitis. I got a friend that got encephalitis, and here's the thing: if you're a pregnant woman, we keep talking about Zika, but you don't want any of those diseases if you're pregnant. So it's always best to wear protection anytime you go outside.
Okay.
So what should we do to protect ourselves going out? What about DEET? How does that help? Is it good?
Okay, so I know that everybody, the federal government always says, wear DEET, wear DEET.
Right.
So here's the thing. I've done a whole bunch of field trials. The way I know how products work is I literally stand outside and count how many mosquitoes land on me. I've had as many as 900 mosquito bites in one night. And the way that what my tests have revealed is that DEET most of the time breaks down in about 45 minutes. So if you're out longer than 45 minutes, it may not be working. That's why I was developing my products to last longer and be more effective than DEET, and they're natural and safe for kids and pets.
So we've already seen one pro and con of the DEET. Let's get into some other pros and cons. Clip-ons.
Okay.
Pros and cons.
So the clip-on, if you're reading a book and you're not moving, a clip-on is great. It's actually one of the most effective products I've ever tested if you don't move, but it even says, that's right, it even says on the label, if you move, then you have to wait about 5 minutes for it to be active again. Well, where I'm out counting mosquitoes, 5 minutes could be, 150 mosquitoes landing on you. So if you don't move, it's great.
Okay.
So tell us about misting. How does that work, and is that effective?
So there's a lot of people that say that misting systems don't work. Now, they don't work as well as they used to, so it actually takes 2 steps to make misting work. First, you got to take away the landing and hiding places with a yard spray. So that's what we actually determined that about 3 years ago, and it's taken off like wildfire. So we're actually, if you do take away their landing and hiding places and then you mist, that's when you're going to get your absolute best coverage in the yard.
Okay, so let's take a look at some of your products. Let's talk about what makes them different from all the other products on the market.
Well, mine are all essential oil based, and so that's very unique in that there are some out there, but it's the combination that makes ours better than anything. Plus the fact that I've tested them all. So I've literally stood outside, counted the mosquitoes that landed on me. I've done hundreds and hundreds of tests this way, and I've tested not just my products, but the other products. So what we've done is we wanted products that are better than the chemicals, and that's the main message. We're used to natural products being almost as good as the chemicals. We wanted them to be better than the chemicals, and so that's why we do this testing and develop these products out. So you don't have to use chemicals around your yard. Use some safe stuff.
And real quick, some common sense steps we can take?
Oh, well, absolutely. Look, if they say West Nile virus or Zika has been reported in the area, then you definitely need to wear mosquito repellent on your body.
Yeah.
And I would recommend mine. Obviously, it lasts longer. Other than that, you know, it's always good. You can't overdo it. You cannot overprotect yourself.
Tips. We appreciate it, Mosquito Steve. Thank you. All right, here's what you got to do. Call Mosquito Steve. The number is 214-520-0041, or you can go to mosquitosteve.com. Steve is also giving away a free mosquito repellent. Just like him on Facebook and message him that you saw this segment on GMT.